Hey team, and welcome back. Now, back into the E30 24 valve swap, but at the same time it's had a steering rack fitted by someone else. Now it's had an upgrade to the E46 purple tag rack that's meant to give us some sort of different steering ratio, lock to lock and all that exciting stuff, but there's one thing that they've forgotten to do. Now, what a lot of people forget about is the steering rack boots and letting them equalize pressure. So you can imagine we've got a rack boot on either side, a dust boot here. Its job is to protect this rack shaft at the same time while dealing with movement as that inner rack shaft will move from left and right. So you can imagine it's on full lock now to the driver's right side. This is a right-hand drive car. This boot here is fully compressed as the rack shaft's fully one side, and if the rack boot was here on this side it would be fully expanded. Now with that comes a problem. By doing that we've got one rack boot that will naturally want to balloon out and the other one will want to suck in with a vacuum it's trying to deal with. So to tackle that with this purple tag rack, what the manufacturers did was they made the rack shaft hollow so air could pass through either side, and then there's a machine slot in the rack end here. Now with that then pressure can be equalized quite easily. Now the issue we've got with this swap is we use a different rack end. They don't come with this machine slot because the earlier racks in say E30, E36 had an external tube that had a port at sort of each end of the housing where the rack boot sort of is, and would allow it to externally equalize pressure. So what I've done today is apart from replacing a rack end that's got play in it, cleaning and re-greasing the rack, I've also put this in the mill and machined the rack end, so we now have that slot provisioned to allow air to pass through the rack to the other side, out through this side as well. There'll be one slot machined in there, and these rack boots can now equalise pressure. Alright team, thanks for watching.